Hey everybody, Adrian here with WindRecommender.com, and I am enjoying a beautiful early autumn afternoon. I'm actually at the Stones River National Battlefield, which is really close to my home in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And today is Tuesday, so happy Cob Tuesday to all. Wanted to share with you some research that I've been doing. I've been celebrating Cob Tuesday and started to wonder what the correlation was there, the origins of Cob Tuesday. So I dug around a little bit through the National Archives or Google, and I found several different possibilities, different variations, the origins of where Cob Tuesday first started. Some of them, were just ridiculous, but others had some legs to them. And one in particular I felt was very interesting and had some academic weight behind it, was that Cob Tuesday actually started during the American Civil War. And so I will relay that story to you the best that I can. And so in the waning months of the American Civil War, it was about this time of year, autumn 1864, in Virginia, Western Virginia. The Union and the Confederate troops had, kind of been circling each other. The Confederates, their forces were dwindling. Their supplies were just so meager that the men were half-starved, didn't have proper attire or clothing, ammunition. And really it was just a matter of time at that point before the war ended. And you can imagine in that type of situation that not everybody's heart was in it, anymore. And there was some confusion between two of the main armies, between the Army of the Potomac and the Army of Northern Virginia. And somehow two smaller groups, two regiments from either side, got separated from their respective forces and actually met each other incidentally, both coming over opposite ridges, and these men on both sides came through the tree lines and spotted each other simultaneously with a valley separating them, and they froze. And so, not knowing exactly what to do, with no one really in clear command that could be, giving clear orders as to, how they should, try to attack their enemy. Both sides just kind of hunkered down and kept an eye on the other, just a few hundred yards apart. No way of really being able to tell how many men on either side, being able to judge, the forces. They both just kept a close eye on each other, tried to figure out what to do, and kind of set up camp on their respective ridges. And just before evening, there started a low rumbling to the west at one edge of the valley, and all the men on both sides could hear it. It kept getting louder and louder. And everyone's attention was drawn to the tree line at the western edge of this little valley, this little ravine. And bushes started shaking and trees started shaking, and both sides were thinking, it's reinforcements, it's our men, I hope it's our men and not, the other side. And then all of a sudden, a wave, a tide of red and white striped, just a writhing mass came crashing out of the brush into the clearing and flooded the valley and rushed in a stampede between the forces through no man's land, right in front of the men. And as they went by, the soldiers realized that this what seemed to be one singular body was actually a herd of 17-year periodical chipmunks. Neither side had either seen this before. And apparently 1864 was a big bumper crop for chipmunks. And they just knocked everything down in their wake and completely stunned the men. They made it to the other side of the ravine and crashed into the opposite tree line and vanished. And both sides were just so taken with this natural spectacle, this phenomenon, that neither had the heart to fight anymore. The fact that they were sharing in such an amazing moment, I think, united them. And so members from either side started to approach each other in the center of the clearing. And some of the Union soldiers had a lot of corn cobs that they had fashioned into makeshift pipes. And some of the Confederate soldiers had actually brought with them a large supply of specially cured burley, which we know as perique. And these soldiers, both blue and gray, were both just men. Just for that one moment, that evening, they came together and bonded over their pipes. And, obviously, historical accuracy aside, I'm not sure if that's, ultimately, the singular, origin of Cob Tuesday, but it was a Tuesday. And it's been celebrated ever since. So there's definitely some credence to that. And whether or not that's actually how Cob Tuesday started, there's definitely some great takeaways there. Just the unity, the brotherhood, of course the chipmunks. So I'll let you know if I find out anything else. Again, happy Cob Tuesday. Until next time, enjoy your pipes. Have a great day.